to your feel-good breakfast show. Time for us to now take a look at all of the winners from this past weekend's BAFTA Awards. Now we have the one and only JP Sebastian in studio.
Who kind of looks like a BAFTA. Just a little bit.
British Academy Film Awards.
Hold that pose. Look at that British Academy Film Award right there.
Must be the beard.
Kind of a sleazebag grin here.
Yeah, and the jawline. You've got that BAFTA thing about you.
That's like Jack Black when he sees something he likes, but probably won't be seen a BAFTA for a long time. Yeah, so the BAFTA Awards, again, another sleepless night for JP, but who cares? We love the movies, don't we? So
we do indeed.
Obviously, they try to bring a lot more attention to the British candidates.
Yep.
And so from the SAGs 2 weeks ago, we see some people switching out and other people switching in. And the first category where we see that happening is, let's talk about supporting
Actor.
male actor.
Yes, and the nominees.
For the most part, standard as far as we just had the Globes and we just had the SAGs.
Yep.
Adam Driver has seen his place in those places. Mahershala Ali has obviously been cleaning up, took the SAG and the Golden Globe. Richard E. Grant is the new addition, who they could call British if they like, even though he was born in Swaziland. But Sam Rockwell saw the SAGs a couple of weeks ago as well, and Timothée Chalamet. He's back at the BAFTAs. Last year it was, what was it called? Call Me By Your Name. That's right. Yeah. That's the one that drove everyone crazy. But I just mentioned cleaning house. Mahershala Ali is not, it seems like he's unstoppable. So it's a BAFTA, it's a SAG, it's a Golden Globe, and he's probably on his way to the Oscars. He won.
What a year for him. Quick question, is it the same academy that judges and that pulls together the nominees?
No. So you have kind of overlaps in the United States between what's called the HFPA, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, and they do some bits of Oscars, they do some bits of this and that and this. But other side of the Atlantic, this is 6,500 totally different people. Okay. And it's all in industry. It's not, guys like me who are like, yes, your movies, whatever, blah, blah. It's people judging themselves from within industry. Okay, cool. But let's talk about the ladies.
Yes, let's talk about Best Supporting Actress.
Again, not a huge amount of switcheroos here, although what's interesting is they dropped out Emily Blunt, who at the SAGs won, quite surprisingly for a lot of people, for Quiet Place. And she was switched out by, I'll find the name, Claire Foy for First Man, who was actually really strong in that movie. Shame, this movie's kind of getting overlooked. It's by the director Damien Chazelle. He's the guy who did La La Land, so I think people are like, we gave him a lot of attention. Maybe not this time around. Emma Stone, she wasn't there that night, but nevertheless, the favorite is completely strong. Margot Robbie, unfortunately, Mary, Queen of Scots, is not the strongest vehicle for her, but what a great actress. She last was nominated for BAFTA for I, Tonya, and Rachel Weisz, who has been...
I loved I, Tonya.
I love Margot Robbie for being willing to do anything that's totally off the wall. It's not like, hey, how pretty can I be, or whatever. But yeah, those are the names, and I am quite pleased to say that the last lady that we're looking at there, Rachel Weisz, was considered the strongest supporting actress.
So she
took the BAFTA. Yeah, it's been, how many? It's probably been 13 years now or something like that.
Wow.
No. It's about, well, nevertheless, it's quite a while. It's 11 years, but before that was The Constant Gardener, which was incredible. Rachel Weisz, if you guys watch The Favourite, which you all should, by the way, especially if you younger South Africans are watching, if you want a lesson on how to act, this lady is so academic, so precise. It's beautiful to watch her brain tick. She should get a villain role in the next James Bond or something. She should be the next James Bond.
How about that?
I'm throwing my hat in there. She is.
Jamie Bond.
Jamie Bond.
I've not had sleep. I'm not going to come up with anything.
Jennifer Bond, perhaps.
Seriously.
But listen,
falling out of face.
Yeah, Roma and now The Favourite. That's The Favourite, right?
So The Favourite had 12 nominations. They've obviously been a British movie. British insofar as obviously it's about that period, royalty and whatever, and also because it falls into the next category for having it's called Outstanding British Film. The reason you can fall into this category, how you become eligible, is if you have at least 3 people behind camera in writing, producing, or directing who have citizenship in Britain. So Bohemian Rhapsody is interesting because you've got Rami Malek at the front. He's not the most British guy you have, but they're proud to take him. McQueen was a documentary about the stylist, so it's interesting to see a documentary in there. Stan and Ollie has Steve Coogan in there, and John C. Reilly, who is beloved by myself and a lot of other people. And you were never really here. Joaquin Phoenix, I think everyone's looking forward to seeing him as the Joker in the next movie, but this movie not really getting the light of day that he might hope. It's really not in any of the other awards. But this one went to, surprise, surprise, 12 nominations, I just said. The Favourite is a really strong contender. And there you're watching director Yorgos Lanthimos, which is a delicious name to say when you're desperately hungry, like
Say it
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Ooh, sounds like
But anyway, he's a
Beautiful.
Greek dude and he's a great director, more importantly than that. Seriously, The Favourite is such a strong movie and such a weird roller coaster ride of emotions.
On the list of
lump in the
ones
throat
to watch. And by the way, loving the graphics that you put together for these segments and the sleepless
He's always
nights.
so
Thank
nice
you very
to me.
much. No, I know.
That's the only one who
I
notices.
appreciate you, JP
Oh,
Sebastian.
I'm going to get the Katlejo Award at the end of the year.
Is that even a thing? Anyway, that is a roundup of the British Academy Film Awards. Later on, we'll be taking a look at the South African Film and Television Awards. Of course, the nominations were listed and announced to the public this past week. And so we'll take a look at who are the biggest prospects to bring them home.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So we're back again on the couch with our friend JP Sebastian discussing the BAFTAs, the British Academy Film Awards that took place a few hours ago, and you stayed up all night to bring us the latest
My
news.
tortured life of getting to watch movies
But
for free.
you love it. You love it.
I'm being sarcastic. I'm really lucky
The
to do this.
popcorn's always fresh, so that's an added benefit, right?
Sure, if it
Fringe
makes you happy.
benefits.
Why not? They're fresh for you, but I'm never too nice in the movies, am I?
Let's quickly take a look at. So earlier on, we took a look at the best actors in a supporting role, best actress in a supporting role. Right now, best actor in a leading role.
And then you were also trying to figure out there that there's this category that not a lot of people are aware of, is obviously that there's this British Film Award that we spoke about as well.
Yes.
Later we'll talk about best film, however.
Zoe's about to join us as well because she's very interested in these topics. So yeah.
Why not? The more the merrier. Best actor in a leading role. And so they're very obvious names. Like the field, while it's very strong, it's not necessarily super spread or anything like that. So everyone's thinking that it's going to be, what's his name now? Christian Bale.
Christian
Vice.
Bale, yes.
Shame Bradley Cooper who recently got like a support message penned by Sean Penn, who's a weird writer anyway. Saying, oh, there's no chance he's going to win because it's like gamed against him. Calm down. No, Bradley Cooper's great, but it wasn't like miraculous, Sean. Rami Malek. No.
Also nominated.
Sean Penn felt that wherever he's sitting right now.
Feels way too strongly about most things, and should probably write about drug lords less as well. That's another story for another day. Steve Coogan switched out another lead actor whose name doesn't come to mind. Oh, John David Washington for Black Klansman, and Viggo Mortensen is pretty much on the back seat, as opposed to Mahershala Ali for Green Book. He hasn't taken anything. Mahershala Ali, on the other hand, has been sweeping up. However, Viggo Mortensen is incredible as an actor. That said, though,
The winner.
Dum, 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 dum.
Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody. And
my
the
goodness.
more you think about it, even the other day you were just looking at still photographs and watching him embody from head to toe.
Absolutely.
It's so pleasing to see in such a young and tiny dude, I suppose, but like that amount of commitment to your craft, you know, like rather than just being a pretty face that like people could in our generation or whatever and get away with that. Although I don't know how easy it is with like, you know, prosthetics and all that kind of stuff with the role he played. It's his own voice you're hearing. He's doing versions of the songs that aren't just, oh, it's the studio album version. He went to go research the original live performances. I think the guy truly does deserve it. And shame, Bradley Cooper, maybe your time comes with the Oscars. Maybe when the American awards come around, they give it to you, but...
Yes, there's so many.
It's a strong category.
Absolutely.
And you know what's interesting is how many real lives are being played for some reason. So I don't know what this is about the time we're in. Freddie Mercury, there's the guy who Mahershala Ali plays, the pianist. I can't remember his name. Dick Cheney, etc., etc. So
there's Vice, the favorite. There's Green Book that I need to watch. A Star Is Born, Bohemian
So
Rhapsody,
many movies.
My Dwe Dwe that I need to watch as well.
Absolutely.
Have you reviewed that? Anyway, let's carry on with this. Leading actress, let's talk about that.
and again, just minor changes here and there. Olivia Colman, we'll get to, since I'll start at the top of the list. Glenn Close obviously won for Golden Globe. She shared, that was quite sweet, for Critics' Choice with Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, shame. Whenever these ceremonies start out with her getting Best Song or Best Music, it's sort of like they're going, just by the way, just chill for the rest of the evening. Have 2 champagnes, why don't you? Melissa McCarthy, Friday, her movie release, Can You Ever Forgive Me? I'm super intrigued because she's one of these goofy comedians who's making a serious turn, and she looks like she does a great job of it.
Oh, Viola Davis, Queen, stand!
And man, not enough of these ceremonies have. Really niche ones, very like the super artistic guys and whatever, like the nerds have been really supporting widows. But unfortunately, not a lot of people are giving it the light of day. It's directed by Steve McQueen, the guy who did 12 Years a Slave.
Oh.
Anyway, JP's running away with himself. Leading lady at the BAFTAs went to Olivia Colman for The favorites. Glenn Close is left in the dust. That's
My
probably why
heart
she's
stopped there for a second. I thought you
pulling
were
that.
going to say Viola Davis. You know the thing is, I just want Viola. She's a brilliant actress. I want her to win just so that I can hear her make an acceptance speech.
I wanted to win, like, I don't know, 2020 American presidency then.
How about
She
that?
should.
With
She
Oprah
should.
Winfrey as, like, you know,
Her vice.
vice.
Let's quickly look
On Blade.
at best
That makes
film.
no sense. Best film, JP is obviously going to talk about one film of 4 letters, which he has 4 letters of love for. Roma was 7 nominations at the BAFTAs. So far it had 3. I won't tell you who won the category just yet. Black Klansman. Yes, thank you. Spike Lee finally is getting some recognition as a director by the Oscars. That's for another day, though, the 24th of February. The favorite, my goodness. Incredible. Green Book, like you said, hey, we're going to be taking some of our viewers. That's
a
quite
strong
exciting.
category.
And A Star is Born. What's so nice about this is, even if it feels cliche and predictable and whatever, just the elemental, like the raw acting in A Star is Born. Bradley Cooper is very much a hands-on director. And again, like all of these feel like
Okay,
just
so
lectures.
who won, JP?
Who won? Of course, it was Roma that deserved it. and Roma
you
won.
called it.
I think Roma's going to clean it out. At
You
the
gave them
Oscars.
like 11 popcorns.
This is for BAFTAs. I'll give it a BAFTA as well. I'll make one with my hands. Roma
own
is
face off
it's a
it.
masterpiece.
Yeah, and I can see just how speechless you are once again, which is why it's on my list of movies to watch.
Cat's very
including
nice way
My
of saying,
Toy
"JP, stop."
That's exactly what I was trying to get at, but we wait for that day, the 24th of February, for the annual Academy Awards, the Oscars.